online class and the on-site class. Which one personally do you prefer if you are asked to choose one out of the two?
I would prefer online class because you can do it anywhere.
Hello, wonderful viewers. Welcome to this exciting episode of First Class Exclusive Interaction with Young Minds. I remain your host, Albert Oluwafemi Azuba. As we all know, this podcast is basically having interesting conversation with young individuals on schooling and life beyond the classroom. In today's episode, our guest is a wonderful and a beautiful youngster. She's going to tell us basically things about school and life beyond the classroom. So please stick around and enjoy every insightful conversation we're going to have today. So at the moment, I would like our guest to introduce herself to us.
Hello everyone. My name is Remy Opakule Mofope. I am 8 years old. I am currently in grade 4. I am from Oyo State, and a few things I like about myself is that I'm very pretty, and I don't have a hard time making friends.
Interesting. That's very interesting. So right now, I will quickly want to ask you a very brief question on schooling. Can you please tell us why exactly do you feel you are in school? What's the reason why you're in school?
I feel like I'm in school to expand my knowledge.
Expand your knowledge. I think that's interesting. Expand your knowledge. Can you please tell us a little thing about the expansion of knowledge? Is it about having to learn the basic things or having to learn both morals and academics?
It's about learning morals and academics.
Thank you. Learning morals and academics. That's a very good one. Also, I'm very sure that for you to be in school, there is a particular reason, there is a particular career you intend to pursue in the nearest future. Am I right?
Yes.
So, can you please tell us what exactly is that career you have in mind to pursue in the nearest future?
I want to be a businesswoman who specializes in beauty because I feel like people nowadays have low self-esteem, and if I sell skincare, makeup, and clothes, which makes them feel pretty, it may feel pretty or handsome. It will lower drug abuse, like the percentage of people who do drug abuse when they feel high about themselves.
Wow, that's very lovely. Can you see that? Having to make people get better in life, it's one of the reasons why you chose that career. And that's a very good one. I'm very proud of that. Okay, so
Thank you.
you've been able to tell us the reason why you are in school, and you also mentioned the very career you intend to pursue in the nearest future, which is a very good one, and I'm super proud of that. So right now, I would want to ask you some few questions about your classroom.
Okay.
So in the classroom, how do you find your classroom to be? Is it how conducive your classroom is? What are the engagement? Just tell me briefly about your classroom.
So my classroom is very clean, and it feels like my second home. I also feel very comfortable with it.
Classroom being a second home because it is conducive and comfortable. That's nice. Okay, so in your classroom, can you please tell us um, the subjects you are always very interested rather to have or to engage in that lesson? What's that subject you're always interested and excited about?
It's probably going to be math, or also known as numeracy, because I love learning new things and playing with numbers.
Learning new things and playing with numbers. That's a very good one. In fact, I think this is the first time I'm hearing someone saying that maths is their best subject. So, if I ask you a question in maths now, can you permit me to ask you a question in maths?
Yes.
Um, I'm going to mention a figure now, and I want you to tell me the values of whatever figure I'm going to mention. Now, I'm giving you 1,324. 1,324. Can you tell me the value of the 3 there?
100.
100. Superb. 100. That shows maths is really what you really love. So that's a very good one. Okay, you said that maths is your best subject at the moment. Can you tell us if you have any challenging subject in class? Maybe subjects you find boring when it comes to having that lesson in class. Do you have any subjects?
Yes.
And what's that subject?
Social studies.
Social studies. Social studies. I think social studies has to do with the study of man and its environment. Am I right?
No, I think that's science.
Social study has to do with study of man and okay, fine. Why did you pick social study to be a boring subject to you?
Because I personally don't find it interesting.
You don't find it interesting. Okay. All right. You've actually said maths it's your best subject, which is very, very, very good, and having social study not so interesting to you. But it's fine. I feel you can always still channel your interest to it, maybe as time goes on. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So moving on. Having to talk about your school environment, what is that exact thing that you liked about your school environment?
The thing I like about my school environment is the playground, even though we rarely go there.
The playground, it's something you really like, right?
Yes.
So can you just tell me what about the playground? Because you said it's what you actually love about your school. Do you have maybe some engagements, some games that takes place there?
Me and my friends, the thing I love about the playground is that when it's closing time, me and my friends can always go there and play. And play and not be told to like put ourselves in.
Okay, okay, all right. At this point, I would want us to talk about something, and that has to do with online class and the on-site class. We have class that we do online, and we have class that you have to be in the school premises. So, can you tell me about these two that I've mentioned, the online class and the on-site class? What can you tell us about it?
So for the online class, like you do it like you can do it on a computer, a phone, or a tablet, and you can do it anywhere. But for the on-site class, you have to be presently there to be able to do it.
Interesting. I think that definition is superb. Online class is what you can always have to do on your laptop, tablets, and just like what you've said, that on-site has to do with you being in the site where the lecture or whatever lesson is going to take place. Okay, you said you've been able to tell us the difference between online and on-site. So I want to ask you, which one personally do you prefer if you are asked to choose one out of the two?
I would prefer online class because you can do it anywhere. But for on-site class, you have to be presently there. Presently there, and there are some people who like travel frequently, so online class would just be personally better.
Wow, wow, wow. That's very interesting. Online class, you've been able to give us a very good reason why you are choosing online, and I think I really agree with you on that. So you've also been able to tell us the benefits having to do your class anywhere around the world, not being in a particular spot to have your class. Okay, that's fine, and I think you've given it all. So I would want to ask you this other question. It's about the social media. Now, do you have a favorite social media platform?
I don't have one particular. I have two. I mostly like.
Okay, can we get to know those two platforms?
It's YouTube and Instagram.
YouTube and Instagram. Wow, YouTube and Instagram. So you're going to tell me the reason why you've chosen YouTube and Instagram? Let me just have the reason behind that.
So first up, why I like YouTube is that I can scroll and that is that it's also an educational site because you can look up educational topics to get a better understanding of what you've learned in school.
Hmm. You've killed it because YouTube, as you've said, it's an educational site where you can always get valid informations about whatever subject or topic you intend to really know about. Okay, I think that's a very good one. What about Instagram? You mentioned Instagram as well. Why Instagram?
I personally like Instagram because I can also get ideas from there, like ideas for my birthday parties when I'm looking for it, and it also has very interesting videos, and also has educational creators.
Wow, that's a very. I think I will also go with Instagram and YouTube, as you said. So basically, for our viewers, she has mentioned that YouTube and Instagram are educational. So I would like to have your comments on what she have just mentioned. And also, she mentioned that on-site and online class is preferable because it is something you can have anywhere. So I would also want to have your view on that, your comment on that, if she's on point or you have other views as well. So thank you, Mofokbe. The last question I would like to ask you right now, and I'll really need you to listen and listen good. Now, I'll be giving you two scores.
Okay.
I'll be giving you in percentage, I'll be giving you 90% and 75%. Now, you have an opportunity to adjust one of it if you want to. 90% and 75%. So my question goes, between these two scores, 90% and 75%, which of them would you like to give to mom, and which one do you think would you give to dad?
I'll give the 90% to my mother
90% to your mom. Good.
because she'll buy me something.
Listen. That's interesting. Okay, but aside buying you something, do you have other reasons why you've chosen mom for 90%?
I will just want for 90% because she always used to explain topics I really don't understand to me. So I think it's better if she sees the good score so that she's proud of what she has done.
Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. So, well, having having so many um, response on mom having 90%, but we hope dad will have 90% of this. So, we have actually come to an end of today's episode, and we are super proud to have Mofokwe on our platform. It's been nice and great having you here. And before we leave, first class exclusive interaction podcast have this little gift for you. So we have
Okay.
this for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So that's just a token from first class exclusive. And like I said, we're rounding up now. I would also want to just ask if you have anything to tell your peers out there, maybe an advice or whatever you want to tell them.
Um, I have an advice to tell them. Even if people tell you that you can't do, it, just keep going. You eventually make it.
Thank you. Having to make it is meant for everybody, just like what she said. So, you that are out there, please stick to whatever you're doing, stick to whatever positive thing you are doing, and God Almighty will help us. So, we've come to an end of today's episode. This is first class exclusive interaction with Young Minds. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, and the likes. We're always there to give you the best, having to meet bright young individuals and making them tell what they have to tell us about school life, and life outside the school in general. Thank you. See you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.